And sometimes when I work in the forest or outside near the lake, I saw a lot of papers, plastic, because there are people, also children, are not sensibilized and not well educated for this. That's why now in Switzerland and in most countries of Europe, we do some prevention by putting this kind of notice. And this is just an advice I can give you. You can find on internet. And we can present like different way, you know. For children we can put like animation, like cartoons. But it's very important that people has to know that, for example, one cigarette take 1 to 5 years to be desegregated, or I don't know, decomposed or disappear. For example, you see one can, Coke can, it takes 50 years. It's incredible. Or for like a bottle, could be stay like 4,000 years. And when you imagine that, you start to say, okay, now I have to put all my dirty in trash can. And there is also some nice presentation also showing how much liter of water are polluted. I know that, for example, that one cigarette, one cigarette on the floor can pollute 8 liters of water. It's incredible, huh? When you think so many people who smoke, they just like this, they just polluted so much water. I don't want to go in detail for each now. You can by yourself go in internet. Here it's another one. It's in French. Sorry, but it's a nice notice that you can find in the forest in Switzerland. And when you walk, you just have a look on this. And this is an advice to do if you put trash can on your street or somewhere. Try to imagine to make something similar, and to explain to the people how much time it takes. Here also another one. It shows also how long it goes deep in the earth, you know. Now this is an example in Switzerland from trash can. Now today, okay, this is a different country. The country government in Switzerland has more money than Nepal. I have also more motivation to do something. As you see, we have like big trash can, and this one is really dedicated for trucks. You have a trucks coming here. It can take the big plastic and put in the inside, and we can avoid also that some people rob the bucket. Like this here, how can you rob this one? It's fixed with a special key here, and the guy who comes, he just has the key, took the trash can into the trucks. But this is of course expensive one, but I hope one day in Nepal you will have also such dustbin with colors, paper, aluminium, glass, PET, and the last one is for different waste. You know. So here one example only for PET. When you see it's a huge house, but people can send PET bottles here. Like this, nobody can rob also, you know. Here in the city, for example, we have special bags with colors. If you buy one, white one is for clothes, red one is for different kind of waste, you know. And what we have also now in Europe, in most country, we call collecting station center. In every village in Switzerland we have something like this. It means every Saturday, everybody, me also, I have to go, or I don't have to go. If I have waste at home too much, I go with my car, with my bicycle, and I do myself. I segregate everything like this. It's a lot of work. I'm not paid for this, but it's a kind of education. When I was 10 years old, we did exactly the same like now in Nepal or in some countries. We put everything on the earth, we put fire. And today, there are people who are sick because there are a lot of contamination in the earth. You know. But to bring this kind of concept, it took 20 years in Switzerland. It costs a lot, we pay a lot of tax for this. But everybody is happy in the end. It creates jobs also, you know, people who have to work for this. And after you have trucks coming on this kind of collecting central, and they take all buckets and put in different factories to manage the waste. You know. This is a very modern one. You see, there is also with solar systems. and the people can come with the car. After the trucks come, take the bucket and put in different company to recycle. Even for cartoons, you know. Like this, you know, we can avoid also fire, because we know that fire can damage it's a CO2, can damage the ozone. And like in Switzerland, it's forbidden to make fire. If my neighbor make fire, police can come and I put a ticket. Because now every village has this kind of collecting center. But unfortunately, Switzerland is a very tiny country. If all countries in the world don't do this, it's no sense for the world. I hope one day every country will get this kind of concept. Here, this is where I live. This is the Lake of Geneva. It's a very nice place. Here is France, and here is Switzerland. But when you see that, you say, wow, it's paradise. But don't think that it's a paradise, because last year, in this lake, we found all this kind of garbage. You know? We found tires, we found bicycle, chairs, plastic, everything. And thanks to voluntary, they just went inside the lake with a special bag and they collect all this kind. I just wanted to tell you that it's not only in Nepal, this problem, even in an economic country like in Europe. That's why the work has to be done to sensibilize the children, the people, to collect the dust. And this is my message. Bring Nepal clean like Switzerland. Both countries are the most beautiful in the world, and I'm convinced that Nepal is also one of the most countries in the world. Okay, finished.